Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to another MMA breakdown video. In today's video, we're talking about GSP not going to be able to compete until November. So the Michael Bisping fight versus GSP is totally off, and they're going to make Romero versus Michael Bisping for July. So that's going to be a great fight. That's in about 3 months away. You're going to have International Fight Week. You're going to have GSP not competing, which most fans don't even care anymore. Most fans that are watching MMA now might not even know who GSP is or know who he once was. And GSP has not finished fights since he fought against Matt Serra. That was the last time he actually competed to beat somebody, and he actually finished him. Most guys he fought against Nick Diaz, just took him down and wrestled him. Dan Hardy took him down and wrestled him. You know, the guys, that's all he did. But here's my take on the actual GSP not going to be competing against Michael Bisping. And to be honest, if he's not going to be ready until November, will he still want to fight if it's going to be against Romero? If Romero beats Michael Bisping, will GSP want to fight Romero? Because GSP will not be able to beat Romero. Yes, he might be able to take him down and wrestle him, but there's no way that dude is going to beat Romero. Romero is a savage. And what we've seen Romero do to Chris Weidman with the flying knee, there ain't no way Michael Bisping is going to beat him, I don't think. And I don't think anybody gives GSP a chance. And GSP is trying to bulk up to get to 185. Ready to fight, wants to fight. And you got GSP who's not ready to fight, who's not in the best of shape, and wants time to basically put in a full training camp before he actually competes against Michael Bisping. So I don't believe the Michael Bisping fight will happen. I still definitely think it's going to be Romero beating Michael Bisping, and I still don't think GSP should even be getting a title fight because he hasn't fought for like 3 years. He deserves to go back to 170 and try to make a run for the title. Just because he's a big draw, a big name, at least for me, I don't believe the guy deserves a title fight. I really don't, because when you have GSP as a champion, all he does is go all 5 rounds. He wrestles you, he takes you down. He wrestles you, he takes you down. He hasn't finished a fight since like UFC like 98 or something, when he fought against, who was it? Guess who it was? It was Matt Serra. Was the last time he actually finished somebody and destroyed him in a fight. He's never done that to Carlos Condit, to Nick Diaz, to a lot of guys. He's just sat there and played it safe. So for me, is GSP going to be exciting to see back? I think he's going to be a good fighter to come back, and you're going to see him fight and compete. But for me, as a hardcore fan, I could care less if this guy wants to compete. After 3 years, I don't think he can hang and bang with the top level guys that are in the sport right now. Romero, I think, will dominate him. I think Luke Rockhold could dominate him. I think a lot of guys can beat him. I think the UFC, at the way it is right now, they're basically making it where it's just like big fights, big exciting fights, and they're not doing like they used to do, where it'd be like #1 contender fights the champion, #2 fights #1, #3 fights #4. They're not doing it anymore. It's just big fights and big money. So as always, guys, let me know what you guys think of GSP not being able to compete until basically the end of the year, November, December. For me, that's waiting too long. That's holding up a division. A division needs to keep going and going and going. And a lot of fighters are standing up and saying, this is BS. We want to fight. We deserve title fights. Give Romero a title fight. Make interim title fights. They want real title fights. They don't want these interim title fights anymore. So as always, I'm Trevor, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.